All right, good morning, everybody. Today is Wednesday, June 18th, and we have we don't have any entry there. I thought we had. Okay, so we're coming to today's pre-market low, 166.9, 156.9. So today we have the FOMC with the press conference. So the last time I traded this, I had a bunch of losses. So today I've turned off my trade copiers and I'm only trading. Um, so I've turned off my trade copier. So I'm only trading on my main accounts today. So this is the pre-market entry. And what I need to do here, risk TP 2000. Two, um, the EMAs. I always forget to look at the EMAs. Give me a minute here. We might have an EMA buy running. Nah, we do not. Yeah, so keep in mind today, heavy news later on at 2 p.m. I do expect volatility to die down, like from 11 a.m. or 12 p.m. or 12 noon. Markets will probably start ranging. Yeah, so this 2 p.m. FOMC. Uh, if we do close below here on the 15-minute, I was thinking we would have a sell, but we don't. So let's see. Let's see if we can get this pre-market low to trigger. Um, if US 30 closes with this big bullish or with this bullish candle with a big wick, we're going to pump up for US 30. Again, look at the wicks. It's wicking off of a 4-hour bullish order block. We have a 30-minute SAR and a 15-minute that has been mm, that have been set up here. Okay, so there is give me a moment. God. There is a sell. So the 30-minute has already been tested. 270. This is gonna happen so fast. Ah, So I'm pretty sure we've already gotten a rejection. We're probably gonna get a crossover sell here. Okay. So this 30-minute has already been invalidated. Price rejected exactly from the 30-minute or a little bit over the 30-minute SAR. However, we didn't get to the 10 point before forming this crossover sell. So I wouldn't be looking to sell at the 30-minute. We do have the 15-minute. Only issue with the 15-minute is that we literally have a bullish order block that's less than 50% of our stop loss. So even this 15-minute SAR sell, um, I will not be taking that 15-minute entry. Not to say that it's not going to reject, but the probability of getting stopped out when it's next to a bullish order block gets higher. But again, this 15-minute entries that form after market open, they normally signify a reversal in price. So if price does get here, price historically should reverse from that 15-minute level. But because we have this hourly bullish order block, I'm not gonna take that sell. Also, if we need to see how this 15-minute candle closes. If this 15-minute candle closes bullish, US 30 will pump up because you can already see we rejected from a 4-hour bullish order block and from a 30-minute bullish order block as well. There is a sell entry on gold based off of actually never mind. Price already rejected back down, so never mind. Yep. So gold has still been consolidating. So yesterday we identified that consolidation for gold. especially when we're looking at the pre-market highs and lows. So gold will probably keep consolidating until FOMC later on today. Uh, 15. All right. So we didn't close with a bullish, we did not close with a bullish candle here. So what time is it? 9:45 maybe. Yeah. So US 30 might still come back down. If we closed with a bullish candle, I would have expected a nice push up, but it is a bearish candle with a big wick from the bottom. We might still continue bullish, but I think it might still come back a little bit down. But we definitely have a big wick from the bottom that rejected from a um rejected from a 4-hour bullish order block and 30-minute bullish order block as well. So for me, actually, what I would want to get into is this pre-market low. So this pre-market low here, that's the only one of the only trades I would want to take today. If not, the pre-market high as well is not too far away. And the pre-market high is literally at the end of the supply zone. So the pre-market high as well would be a valid trade, but price is pretty much in between the pre-market high and low. So this one is here, 322, 332.7. So this one would be here. There is an hourly SAR here. Let's see how far it is from. So this one is an entry as well. Curious how far it is from the bullish order block. So let's see. hmm The bullish order block is 98,108. I will take this one. I'll take this sell. Um, so I'm in the 10-point entry at the top there. Again, I'm not copying to any of my other accounts. I'm only taking these trades on my two main accounts. So we do have an bullish order block a little bit in the way, but again, this is what I was talking about yesterday. Sometimes, depending on what I am seeing, I will sometimes I do take some of those trades, but it depends on the percentage of the order block to and then there's the pre-market high. Okay, so I got stopped out on the 10-point entry. The 5-point entry, the 5-second entry is still, oh, wait. The top here is the 10-point entry for the pre-market high. I forgot we had a pre-market high there. Anyway, and also I am waiting for the 5-second entry, which this is what pre-market maybe. There's the red X. Okay, so I'm in the sell for, so the 5-second entry validated the pre-market high and that hourly SAR that I pointed out. So 200, 20 points, 20 points. All right. Um, So this 10 point here, this alert just got missed by just a little bit. If price comes back up there, so I didn't get a chance to get to the 10 point, to get into the 10-point entry for the pre-market high. It's just like a little bit of slippage right there. But if price does get back up there, I will enter with the 10-point account. So the 5-second entry is running almost at TP. Price might come back a little higher, but you can see here for that 10 point, there's just an error in the area for me, but so 42, 322.5, so it should be at 332.5, so just a little bit there. Yeah, so my alert was actually a little bit higher. So my alert was literally supposed to be there at the high of that candle. But it is what it is. If price comes back up there, I will enter the 10-point um, entry, but price shouldn't have gone the whole 40 points, which is what the TP would be from the high of this candle. So we'll see. Yeah, so it hasn't gone the whole 40 points of the high of the candle. Mm, mm, mm. And if price gets back up there before hitting TP, it means that the 5-second entry would be stopped out. It is what it is. So I took the loss on the 10 point before. But with the 10 point, I really don't care hitting stop loss because I have a 1:2 risk to reward. So if price gets back up there and I take that trade and hopefully win, I should get back my loss plus a profit. Tuesday. So this is the one that lost. So you can see for this 15-minute one, red flag was that bullish order block that was somewhere here. So, or here, this 15-minute one. So that's why I didn't want to take the 15-minute one per se. The hourly one, I was willing to take it because the order block was about 60% of the TP. So that's why I chose to take the hourly and not. So the hourly is this one that's currently running. I just need a nice spike down. Nine 54, 955. And then remember what I mentioned. If you do see we're stuck in a 20-point stop loss, 20-point TP trade for like close to 10 minutes, um, this is a trade you can choose to ride for because if price comes back down, it's going to sink further down. Now, today is FOMC, so today might be an outlier. But if you see consolidation within a 40-point area for US 30, you can choose to ride this trade for maybe 100 points. So for me, what I'll actually do, hopefully I don't get stopped out on this trade. So if I get stopped out and I enter this 10-point one, I will ride price for 100 points. So instead of going for 40 points stop loss, I'm sorry, instead of going for 40 points TP, I'll go for 100 points TP. And actually, I can do that with the current 20 point that we are in. S- Um, because if this thing comes back down, it will go back down further. Because for these rejection scalps, you should be in and out in mostly under 1 minute. So I will change my trailing stop. I'll take off my trailing stop for this one. Yeah, I'll take off my trailing stop and then I'll write price down for 100 points. So I'll try to get 10K out of this account, or at the very least move stop loss to break even or something. But anyway, the TP is at 20 points. That's where the TP will be. But I'm trying to ride this move because if this keeps going down, and hopefully, oh, my trailing stop activated. So I think the trailing stop is specific to the trade. Anyway, I'm out of this trade full TP. I thought the trailing stop is not specific to a trade that I'm in. But anyway, full TP for that particular trade. That's a 0.75 gain for today for the 7 point for the 5 second account. If you guys don't trail your stop, I think this thing will fall by 100 points. I think we'll keep going down lower and you can milk this. So at this point, I'm not looking to take this entry anymore. This 10-point entry anymore because we've ideally reached like 40 points there. So I'm not looking to take the 10-point entry anymore if price comes back up here. So let me even delete this. But anyway, this one was my bad. The way I put in the alert, it should have been here. I think 332.5-ish, which is literally the high of, I think that's where the high of this candle is. Yeah, so you should have actually entered that trade literally at the top there. That's where the 10-point entry would have been because that's where it's 10 points away from the pre-market high and low. So, I mean, it is what it is. And then I did forget we did have that. So that's why I ended up taking the loss on the 10-point account. But anyway, full TP on that trade. So the 5 second entry was at 42,314. So the trade entry, uh, what do I want to give it to? I want to give it to the pre-market. 42,314. So somewhere here. Okay. So that's that win on the 5 second time frame. See. So today we are in what, June? So today another 0.75% gain. So again, for the month so far, for the live trades, 5.25% gain for the month. Let's see how this one will play out. If it's going to go for this 10-point move here. Now, here is another area I would want to get a SAR rejection because I would want to take an SCR rejection somewhere here. So the nearest area is the nearest SCR is all the way up here for this 4 hour. Give me one moment. For EMAs, we don't have any EMA that hasn't been retested unless price chooses to come back down here to this hourly EMA. There's no current EMA based off of where price is at that hasn't been retested. $22.32. All right. These are those two trades, or that one trade, actually two trades. So on the 5-second entry account, that win, and then the 10-point entry account, that's the one I got stopped out on the hourly entry here at 42,299. Yeah, that's the one I got stopped out there. I forgot we had the pre-market high there, so I probably should have just waited for that pre-market high, but it's fine. So break even on both accounts so far. And let me see something here. All right. So for the 5 second entry account this week so far, I'm up 3,300. Today will be my last trading day of the week. Again, tomorrow is the holiday. On Friday, I'm traveling. So far for the week, 3,300 on the 5 second entry account. On the 10 point entry account, 7,000 for the week, but I just took that loss, so I need to update this. So five should be about 5,000 for the week. Let's see if I can do this. So ideally about $8,000 for the week so far on my two main accounts. Again, copying to 10 other accounts. So for the week, I'm probably up about 40,000 or 30,000 across all of my accounts. Let's see. Um, okay. I wish like trade locker accounts can allow like all this year, what is it called? EAs that help you do the trailing stop. Like I don't mind moving to trade locker, but one thing I can't trade on trade locker because their trailing stop is like so weird. It starts trailing price from like your stop loss. What I like about MT4 is that it trails, or you can use, because MT4 has a bunch of EAs that you can use, and even the trade managers. But like for Trade Locker, wait, this is hourly. Yeah, so anyway, so for this particular one, that's the main copier or the main account, about 4,800. So I don't know if we're gonna get anything else. The only other EMA entry is, again, this daily one, this is just a bug in the indicator. So this daily EMA here has already been retested, because if you go to the daily time frame for US 30, you'll see this is the candle that closed below EMA 1. And then this next day's candle already tested that EMA. So this one is actually a false positive. So EMA wise, the only particular trade here that's valid is this hourly EMA, because price closed above that hourly. If we turn on the zones, you see that EMA is in a demand zone on the hourly time frame. If you turn on the zones on the 15-minute time frame, you'll see we do have a demand zone, as much as it's overlapping with the supply zone. For the rejection scalps, we don't care about overlap of zones, because we're only going for like a short TP and stop loss. Let's see, 17. 17. All right, so this is the next selling opportunity here for SARs, this 4 hour buy level. So this is 409.5. So 10 points will be 419.5. Uh, so this is the alert. So this is where the 10-point entry will be. We're also next to a bearish order block, so that's good. And then here, what we do is this. NCR rejection scalp. All right, we'll just wait for price to get there. This already finished. All right, so price ended up pushing back up. We didn't come back down to even try and hit that 10, 100-point thing. So even if I'd tried to go for the 100-point move, I would have gotten stopped out at break even or in profit. But again, this is to be expected. Today's FOMC, so price might just keep moving in one direction until about 11 or 12 noon. 409.5. So this is where the 4 hour SAR is. So if price gets here and rejects exactly off of here and gives a crossover sell, I'm not going to take that trade. What I want is for this to happen, for me to take the sell that's up there. Okay, we're almost there. Okay, so we've already tested. I'm in the cell here. I'm in the 10-point cell. And I am waiting for the 5-second entry. That's a perfect. Oh my God, why is my thing messed up? SAR. Okay, I'm waiting for the 5-second entry. Mm, mm. We don't need this anymore. Um, all right, waiting for that 5-second entry to line up. Let's see. Okay, so I'm in the 5 second entry right there. Let's see if we can get this 2 wins today. Mm, mm, mm. The 20-point entry got stopped out. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, the 5 second entry got stopped out, and actually, I got stopped out on both. I think I had slippage even on this one. So back to break even for the day. And again, this is why I said, hey, I didn't want to trade today per se, but this is another reason why I did lower, or I did turn off my copy trader for my other accounts. Trading on FOMC, it's sometimes not worth it. But yeah, so I got stopped out of both trades. Yeah, so even on here, got stopped out on both. So back to break even for the day. Uh, for the EMAs, definitely that daily one is invalid. So see, so this one was at 42 410. So 42 410 here. 42 410. It's the 5 second. Uh, 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 uh. All right. So two back-to-back losses for my 10-point account. So I still have one more trade I can take with this account before I'm done for the day. If I take one trade and it wins, I'll be back to break even because I'm doing a 1:2. If I do take another trade and it loses, I am done trading it for the day. I don't know. So it's 10:23. I'm not sure we're gonna get at any other. I'm not sure we're gonna get any other trades during the live session. But but I'll definitely trade in the afternoon session after FOMC is released. Custom period sales report. And then my 5 second account. For that one as well, ideally back to break even for today. SCR rejection scale. All right. Yeah. So as you can see, the results of trading FOMC, pretty much same thing. And I think partially the reason is since the rejection scalps is a counter trend strategy, during FOMC, the one with the press conference, like the one for today, you expect price to move in one direction. So given that the rejection scalp is a counter trend strategy, when markets are trending, definitely you're bound to get burned. So if today's FOMC is still going to be terrible like my last one, and luckily today I turned off copying to my other accounts. But if, for example, on the 10-point account, I have one more back to back or one more loss, I'll have three back to back losses. So that will kind of mirror what I experienced during the last month's FOMC. So if today again is not a good FOMC day for me, beginning next month throughout the year, whatever, I won't be trading FOMC for the day. And I don't even think I have, I don't know, I do have trending strategies, but I really don't want to have to adapt to or to try and learn something new just because of one day of the month. So I can just be sacrificing and actually not trading FOMC makes me more profitable than anything because actually trading FOMC I just, I end up losing money. But yeah, so if today's FOMC is not good for me, ideally just having one more loss on the 10-point account. For the 5-second account, I'm back to break even. So for the 5-second account, I can trade three more trades and lose them and I would still be fine. But for the 10-point one, if I do lose one more, then definitely beginning next month, no more FOMC trading for me. So ideally, and just as I said yesterday, this is how I learn. I have to actually be in the market and then collect the statistics, and then I just make decisions based off of that. So the only thing here is maybe we create the only entry here to get. So again, this daily EMA is invalid. The only other entry to get here is to get a SAR rejection.
So, bro, would you say like on all heavy news days you should avoid trade with this strategy,
And
like a
again, remember
CPR?
that point from earlier on when the live session was starting, when I drew this, uh, highlighted this wick. So always check where wicks are rejecting from, right? So we talked about this wick right here rejecting off of a 4-hour bullish low and rejecting off of a 30-minute bullish low order block. So definitely check whenever you see a wick, just check to see if it's rejecting off of an order block. And that sometimes can give you the direction expected in the market. 30-minute EMA to Sorry guys, something came up and I have to drop off. Anyway, today if you guys need anything, just reach out to me in the Discord. But today will be the last trading session of the week. And we'll resume live trading next week, I think. Let me see, maybe Tuesday or Wednesday. Uh, Give me a second. Um, yeah. We'll have live sessions next week. I think on Tuesday. That's when I'll be back. But anyway, I'll see you guys next week. If you're trading